Subtalar joint, it is a modified multi-axial joint, which is again a type of synovial joint. Now, it again has its capsule. Other than that, the ligaments are talocalcaneal ligaments, one on the medial side and one on the lateral side. And there is one interosseous talocalcaneal ligament which is present and bridging this tunnel which is called sinus tarsi, this tunnel. This is called sinus tarsi and it is completely occluded by interosseous talocalcaneal ligament, which is the most important ligament over here. Okay. Now, so we have discussed about the joints involved in the movement. Now we will see the movements. First, why this inversion and eversion movement is important in the foot. When we are walking, we are not walking on a plane surface always. We are walking on uneven surface. Then what the foot needs is, it has to keep on changing the weight bearing from one point to another. That is why this inversion and eversion movement is very important. Now, we have to remember this inversion, pure inversion and eversion movement takes place only when the foot is off the ground. Right? That time when foot is off the ground, there are two components of this movement. The components, first component is abduction or adduction, which takes place at mid-tarsal joint. So, the lateral and the medial components of the mid-tarsal joint, they act together. And then there is supination and pronation that takes place at subtalar joint. So, let me first show you in my foot how the movement is taking place. My foot is off the ground. Inversion movement is lifting the medial border of the foot above so that the sole is looking downwards and medially. Eversion movement is, this is the neutral position. Now for eversion movement, the lateral border of the foot is lifted up so that the sole is looking downwards and backwards and laterally, right? Now, again look at the movement. When there is inversion, first what is happening? There is adduction. There is adduction in the anterior part of the foot. So, this adduction is taking place at mid-tarsal joint. Then when I am lifting, there is supination at subtalar joint. Together, this movement is called inversion. Neutral position. Now, when I am trying to evert the foot, there is first abduction at the mid-tarsal joint and then the pronation at the subtalar joint. Together, it is called eversion. Right? Now, I will explain to you this movement in the skeleton. You see, first in inversion, what is happening? There is adduction. So, adduction is taking place at mid-tarsal joints. And then there is supination. Now for supination, look carefully. The talus is made fixed by the tibiofibular mortise. So talus over here is the fixed bone, and the rest of the foot except for the talus, after this adduction, they become a single unit. So now the movement is supination, where the whole of the foot, skeleton of the foot is moving except for the talus. You can compare this movement with the movement of radioulnar joint. In radioulnar joint, what is happening? The medial bone is ulna, the lateral bone is radius. Here the medial bone is talus and the lateral bone is calcaneum. When there is supination, the ulna remains fixed and radius moves laterally over it. Here also the talus is made fixed by the tibiofibular mortise and the calcaneum is moving laterally over the talus. So this is how the inversion is taking place. Opposite movement, the opposite movement is eversion. So there is first abduction at the mid-tarsal joint, and like in pronation, what is happening? The radius is now moving medially over the ulna. Here also, what is happening? The calcaneum is moving medially over the talus, fixed talus, leading to eversion. Right? When the foot is on the ground, at that time this adduction and abduction component doesn't take place. There is only lifting of the medial border in inversion and lifting of the lateral border in eversion, which is called supination and pronation. So remember, inversion and eversion is only possible when the foot is off the ground. For this movement, we just need to remember one more thing, the axis of the joint. The axis of the joint is an oblique line which is going upwards, forwards and medially from the posterior end of the calcaneum to the neck of the talus through the sinus tarsi. So this is the oblique line at which the inversion and eversion movement is taking place. The muscles which are helping in inversion are the medial muscles, tibialis anterior and tibialis posterior, whereas eversion is caused by the lateral muscles, the peroneal muscles. There is peroneus longus, peroneus brevis, helped by peroneus tertius. So this was all about the inversion-eversion movement. I repeat, the movement takes place at two joints, the mid-tarsal and subtalar joint. The movement which is taking place at mid-tarsal joint is abduction or adduction, and the movement taking place at the subtalar joint is supination or pronation. When the foot is on the ground, the only movement which takes place is the supination and pronation, and when the foot is off the ground, then the pure inversion-eversion movement takes place, which is made up of two components.